Hello, my name is Wellington Ibarra. My topic is enerving and rheumatic cell transmitted infection. Definition: application in nursing. Nursing are a value of the net appearance in the population in city repeated growth distribution increasing very rapidly. Sexually transmitted infection disease those the code the microbial that the transmitting nearly mucosa that mucosa bifragile sexual recurrent. There are differences in microbial that account the infant fungi, bacteria, and parasites.
Students educating youth. In this short video, we are going to talk about sexually transmitted infections, or STIs. First of all, what is an STI? STIs used to be called STDs, or sexually transmitted diseases. An STI is an infection caused by bacteria, viruses, and parasites. There are more than 30 sexually transmissible bugs. When a person has sex with somebody infected, they may also develop an STI. Here are some common examples of STIs: gonorrhea, chlamydia, genital herpes, genital warts, syphilis, HIV, and Hep B. Over 1 million people around the world acquire an STI each day.
Enerving rheumatic sexual transmission infection. Definition: application in nursing as a conclusion. Application in nursing, the nursing professional will monitor systematic analysis and derive that having a related condition due within the planning, implementation, and evaluation all program in the designations in the format just the word, the content in the chair are more effective and dynamic prevention and control, action different level control.
We're going to have a look at how infectious diseases are transmitted and a few different ways to control their spread. First, let's have a look at how people can get infected with these diseases. In general, there are three main components that need to interact with each other for an infectious disease to occur. This model of infectious diseases causation is called an epidemiological triad. The first component is the agent. This is the organism that causes the disease. It can be bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi. Second is the host, who is the target of the disease. The third component is the environment. This refers to the surroundings and conditions that are external to the host that allows the disease to be transmitted. In addition to these three components, transmission pathways between each of these allow the spread of infection. These transmission pathways can be direct or indirect. In direct transmission, the organism is transmitted directly to the person. This could be through touching, sexual intercourse, coughing, or sneezing. On the other hand, in indirect transmission, the organism is transmitted via an intermediate. There are several ways that this can occur. It can be through contaminated objects such as toys, soiled clothes, or even through food or water. It can also be through an intermediate vector such as a mosquito or a tick. Now that we know
Food hazards appearing in Ecuador. In Ecuador 2015 have been injured with the number of medical consultations for sexual transmitted diseases 286 in the period 2013-2017.
What is STD? Sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, are infectious diseases that are most often spread by sexual intercourse. STDs can be spread through various ways. It is wrong if you think you can only be infected through sexual intercourse. How do STDs spread? Have oral, vaginal, and/or anal sex with someone who has the infection. Have more than one sex partner, or have sex with someone who has had many partners. Don't use a condom when having sex. Direct skin-to-skin contact with the mouth, anus, or genitals. Sharing needles or syringes for drug use, ear piercing, tattooing, etc. How many people get STDs? Over 110 million people are living with STDs in the US alone, as well as an estimated 400 million people worldwide. In the United States, About 19 million new infections are thought to occur each year. Almost half of
Conclusion. Sexually transmitted infection and random donor infection will be different again in the counts, the right contamination, non-sexual, their frequency and gradient since they are restricted relative to the sexual behavior of the population.
There are no symptoms, so the only way to know that you have it is to be tested. It is completely curable and treatable with antibiotics. The really important thing to know about chlamydia is if left untreated, it can cause infertility in both men and women. In women, it can lead to pelvic inflammatory disease or PID, and in men, it can lead to an inflammation of the epididymis, the tubes through which the sperm will shoot out from the body. HPV is human papillomavirus, also known as genital warts, is also a very common sexually transmitted infection, and that is caused by a virus. It is treatable but not necessarily curable. It's very transmissible from skin to skin contact. The best way to actually prevent it is to have a barrier between your skin and someone else's skin. Someone may.
Thank you very much.